One more season with Leverkusen.
It's been fun.
The goal is to win the only trophy we haven't won yet, the Super Cup. Dortmund were our opponents, and we defeated them 2-1, lifting the prestigious prize. Okay, the actual trophy I want to win is the Champions League. We've had some tough exits over the years, but with us having some incredible talent on our side, along with really good depth, I felt like I could compete for all three trophies. Unfortunately, two players were causing problems over the summer, Virgil and Ronaldo Pinzon, who both were molding when I rejected bids from other clubs, especially Ronaldo Pinzon, whose anger remained throughout the entire season.
Why you have to be mad?
Transfers, academy players left for good sums, and our backup keeper wanted to move to a better league.
Okay.
For the ins, a right back from Manchester City named Villagra was brought in, and a center back named Araujo came from Benfica. I kept the starting 11 relatively the same this season. The only big change was with Gerald Ruck playing as a false 9, and the results were pretty good. The problem was having a main goal scorer. For instance, Virgil could barely score a goal to start the season. Carrick's finishing was weird, Guiri had good moments, while Karadeniz suffered injuries and was really the fifth option. That led to Adeyemi stepping up from the wing as, like Ruck, he contributed heavily in goals and assists. All in all, a perfect Champions League group stage and a strong first half to the Bundesliga season. The only matches that weren't victories were annoying results. We somehow lost to Hoffenheim with a wild 36 minutes, having us down 3-2 and finishing 4-3. The Dortmund draw had one of the most baffling penalty calls I've seen, which happened to be in the 90th minute, while the Paderborn draw is the definition of getting FM'd. Finally, on the 16th matchday, a loss to Thomas Tuchel's Bayern.
Under pressure.
Nagelsmann was sacked as things apparently got stale, and Bayern decided to finally make some signings. That included our former player Linus Gector, who at one point was a top 3 in average rating. And how could I forget, Timo Werner was signed on a free. Both him and Mbappe contributed to a lot of goals.
I play a lot of Fortnite.
January led to no transfers for us, but some annoyances. Our first ever signing Guiri agreed a free transfer to Chelsea. A second season signing Danilo agreed a free transfer to Gladbach. Another first season signing, Andre Gomes, asked not to get sold, only for him to leave us on a free and me actually sending him to the reserves. He played in the Champions League group stages, but I did accidentally play him in the Bundesliga fixture against Bayern, where he was bad. Finally, one of our best signings in the save, Dani Olmo. He asked for more playing time as I was experimenting and rotating, although he asked this right before the winter break. Due to the promise, I couldn't re-sign him, and he agreed a free transfer to Liverpool. That's the next manager's problem. Like we said, the Champions League is the main goal, but a treble was a real possibility. It's just a shame that we dropped points at stupid times. We played poorly against Dortmund, but the way we conceded the goal was frustrating. That occurred in between our round of 16 fixture versus Real Madrid. They defeated us last season in penalties, a tie that I felt like we did enough to win. This time, a similar experience. The first leg was at the Santiago Bernabeu, and despite playing well, Tino Livramento decided that he would not get rid of the ball. Oh my gosh, what was that? What was that? Luckily for us, Sandro Tonali would miss the second leg after getting sent off, but a 1-0 deficit will be facing us. After the Dortmund loss, we won 3 matches in a row, including a DFB Pokal quarterfinal match versus Mainz. Into Leg 2 versus Real Madrid, my hope was to get an early goal to quickly take control of the tie. That exactly happened in the 7th minute from Rock. Almost 20 minutes later, we may have been playing a little too fast as we lost the ball, and Real Madrid instantly sent a ball over the top to take a 2-1 advantage. Then straight away, a highlight from kickoff. Olmo, Ruck, Gil to Olmo, can Olmo, yes! Let's go! Both sides got chances to take the lead. Ame hit the bar, and Onana stopped Bernardo Silva. Unfortunately, in the 88th minute, Painha crossed the ball, which seemed very easy to get rid of. Villagra's 17 jumping reach disagreed, and the ball landed on Vinicius' foot for a one-time finish to make it 3-2 to Real Madrid. At this point, it looked like they were going to eliminate us for a second season running. Not yet. It's time to bring back the 4-2-2 tactic and go all out. A highlight occurred in the 92nd minute.
Come on, Gil.
Please don't be offside.
Please.
Yes! Oh my gosh. With me wanting to avoid penalties, I needed to stay on the front foot, although I did switch back to the other formation. First half of extra time, nothing. After putting the wingbacks on attack, all I could do was hope, and a corner kick arrived. 113th minute. Cleared out. Karadeniz receives it though. He finds Dominguez. Oh my gosh, Dominguez! That incredible strike by Dominguez was the difference. And I have to say, our cult hero Carradeniz got the equalizer and the assist. With 7 La Ligas in the 9 years of this save, we defeated a great team. Next up, the most dominant Premier League team in this save, Vincent Kompany's Manchester City. However, right after, we lost our 36-game home undefeated run, even though the same lineup defeated Mainz away from home just 10 days prior. Wins did arrive against Gladbach and Freiburg before a tie with Manchester City. The only previous meeting we had was in the 3rd season of the Champions League, where we just edged them out. In 2030, they had a pretty good team, but I saw a pace weakness with the left side of their back line. Rock in behind to Adeyemi if you can score here. Let's go! As per plan. Unfortunately, one of those guys I called out, Ruben Diaz, scored off a corner. In the second half, I decided to go more positive, which saw us win a penalty off a corner. Hatab was slotted home. City then decided to sub off Pedro Porro, a very good attacking fullback. So I decided to swap wings. That led to Adeyemi playing a false 9 on the right, and he received the ball in a great position to lay it off to Olmo, who extended our lead. Not long after, Ruck received the ball from Gil and tucked it home for a 4-1 aggregate lead. We created several chances towards the end of the game, scoring none of them, and instead Manchester City gave themselves some life, ending the match at 4-2. Afterwards, we had a Bundesliga counter against Leipzig. It should have been a win, but Tino Livramento decided to not mark his man in the 90th minute, and we drew 2-2. While not official yet, that basically killed our title hopes. 7 points behind Bayern with 4 matches left? No shot. Later on, revenge was taken against Leipzig as we defeated them in the DFB Pokal semi-final in a dramatic penalty shootout. That led to me rotating my side versus Frankfurt, which saw us get smacked 3-0. With matches coming thick and fast at this point of the season, I was rotating my side quite a bit. During that chaos, we drew Manchester City in the second leg 1-1, giving us a 5-3 aggregate win. With the league, we defeated Bayern in between our Champions League semi-final tie, although all that gave was false hope for Dortmund. And on the last day of the season, Bayern confirmed their Bundesliga title. Maybe if we had a consistent goal-scoring striker, we'd be first place. But at the end of the day, it's my fault for not spending the money. Newcastle, Bayern, and Liverpool were left, and we would be facing a reoccurring foe. In the 3rd season, we met them at the same point, and like that tie, we would have to go to Anfield for the second leg. Of course, we are much better since then. It was tough though, as the home tie wasn't going well. Despite the XG being close, Liverpool were creating more. Our attackers were crapping the bed, and in the 66th minute, Liverpool would go ahead. Instant changes were needed, and I initially wanted to bring Gunas on, a quick attacking midfielder who had a pretty good season for us. I forgot to put him on the bench. Nevertheless, we went back to the 4-2-2, then a triple sub was necessary, bringing on Karg, the Colombian Rodriguez, and a player returning from injury. Our first ever signing, Amine Gouiri. We got a free kick right away, and despite me thinking it was offside, Zabarni's goal would stand. Then the player at Leverkusen, known as a favorite personnel, decided to do some work. Yes! Oh my word. Let's go. We can counter. We have a potential chance here. Yes! Oh my gosh, Gouiri. You legend. The 3 subs combined for the final 2 goals, giving us an incredible victory over Liverpool. Could we avoid the second leg destruction at Anfield that has suffocated so many clubs in the past? It wouldn't be easy, but I used our anchorman formation to hopefully slow down Liverpool's attack. I, of course, started Gouiri with Rock. But we booted up. Gouiri again, 1-on-1. Yes! Liverpool were stunned, and another surprise came 10 minutes later. Olmo gets it to Rock. Rock in behind to Adeyemi. Yes! What is... Oh wait, is that offside? Let's go! An incredible margin, and things seemed to be going our way when this was disallowed. Despite our opponents being down bad, it's still Liverpool, and they have Erling Haaland. They would then tie the fixture with a goal in the 70th minute, making things a little uncomfortable. I decided to swap wings around as Trent was having a field day with crosses, and overloading a tired side worked really quickly. And as we go forward, Banakim, he gets it to Hatab. Banakim to Hatab. Can Hatab find someone? Karg is there, and Ruck makes it 3-2 for Bayer Leverkusen, 6-3 on aggregate. A second brace by Gouiri would 100% confirm our place in the Champions League final, where we would play Newcastle. Before that, the DFB Pokal final was against Dortmund. While we've already had DFB Pokal success, 3 in a row would be nice. It was a tough match where Dortmund were slightly the better team. However, with a Gouiri equalizer and no goals for the rest of the match, we went to penalties. Moukoko steps up first. He is definitely going to score. He scored so many goals this season. And he misses the net. Oh my gosh. Dortmund missed one more while we scored 3, meaning the man of the hour stepped up. Guiri steps up. And he wins it for Bayer Leverkusen as we win our 3rd straight DFB Pokal. That would be a great ending to all of this, but we can make it even better. The last time Leverkusen were in a Champions League final was in 2002, an infamous season where they were runners-up thrice. Despite us ending the Leverkusen curse, we could fully eliminate the pain of 2002 by lifting up the most prestigious club trophy of all. Our opponents, Newcastle, have been backed by Saudi Arabia, spending more than 1.7 billion through 9 seasons. Their side all around was very strong, but they finished 5th in the Premier League and had an interim manager. Steve Harper was the guy in charge, and he was pulling a Di Matteo-esque run with his Route 1 football. It was going to be a special night in Athens for one side, and with all the anticipation, poor kick though early for Newcastle. Oh my god. Why did it have to be him who scored? That's not how you start a final. It didn't get better. Oh my god. What is the start to the game? I didn't rest my team after the DFB Pokal final because I thought 1 week in between matches was enough. But with a few players quite tired, maybe I should have rested them for a day or 2. Things got even worse. Wait, obviously the first one's a little unlucky. Oh no. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Route 1 football at its finest. I instantly needed to do something. Bring back the 4-2-2, sub off Livramento, send Guardiola to left back, moving Hatab to right back, and hope. After an arrest was made extending the 45th minute past the 50th minute mark, our guy Guiri brought one back. Then they scored right after halftime, destroying my belief. But it was offside. Somehow. Instead, we finally grew into the game. Barney carrying it forward, gets it to Pinzon, Gale to Karg. 3-2. Less than 15 minutes left, we still have a chance. It was going down to the wire. Desperate times called for desperate measures. Bring everyone up for set pieces, including the goalkeeper, and make any sort of change to push the players up. Taking all the risks we can. Karg to Gale. Back to Karg to Gale. Gale to... Oh my gosh. Literally feet away from going in. Another chance. Guardiola whips it in. Guiri across. Blocked! Oh my gosh. No! And that's it. Oh man. This isn't happily ever after. But this is the end to Bayer Leverkusen.